Justine Salmon is Operations Manager for ABM's Mobile Engineering and Regional Contracts. She has over 20 years' worth of engineering experience covering multiple disciplines and portfolio contracts. We spoke to Justine about what ABM is doing to attract more women into engineering professions and how she's helping her clients get ready for the electric vehicle revolution. Please introduce yourself, your role, and any career highlights.
My name's Justine Salmon, and I'm an Operations Manager at ABM UK. Been there for the last 7 years, just over 7 years, working in the FM industry. And I work across retail and commercial buildings, and also within the EV, electric vehicle charging sector as well. And that's both on install and maintenance. Part of my job role is that I am responsible for our apprentices. So I spend a lot of time with our apprentices, and that's introducing them to different clients, working with the colleges to make sure that they are receiving all the tools necessary for them to fulfill their education, to make sure that they're covering what they need to cover within the topics within FM, so that when they go back to college they can sit their exams, and equally when they come out into the workplace they are fully ready and equipped with the tools they need, and that's both practically and mentally, so it's about mental health as well. So yes, I look after the apprentices, which is probably the part of my job I absolutely love. One of my highlights was when one of my apprentices won Apprentice of the Year for HVAC FM. That was a really special evening, and really, really proud of her, and I was like a clucking hen that night. It was really, really good to see all the hard work that she'd done, and supported by ABM in getting her through an apprenticeship, and our clients as well that help support that apprenticeship. So we mustn't forget they're there as well, supporting our apprentices through their programme.
Can you tell us about your experience as a woman in FM, and what you think the FM industry can do to attract more women into the profession?
There is an argument that does need addressing, that there is a misrepresentation of women in FM, and at ABM I think that we are trying to address that balance. We have various programmes running, like our Rainbow programme, which is an all-inclusive programme that we have various tea parties and events to celebrate all diversity and inclusion. Our leadership have a really great open door policy where, as women, we don't feel that our voices aren't heard. We can talk to our leaders, and we feel that they are listening to us. So that's a really great thing about being at ABM, and that makes me really proud that I'm part of that team, and I can also help people coming through, and say the apprentices that able to come and talk to me as well, or say my leaders. So that's a real positive thing for ABM and the FM industry in general. Part of bringing on the apprentices, we work on a program called JEEP, which is a Junior Engineering Engagement Program, and we use that platform alongside the apprentices to engage with more girls. So the JEEP is it's been running since 2017. We've had over 500 graduates go through our program, and we reach out to 11 to 12-year-olds. Spend time in the classrooms with an organisation called the Talent Foundry, which is a charitable organisation, and we work closely with them. And at every session we have an ABM team member that comes into the sessions with the children, and we talk about FM, and we're trying to encourage the children to have a different view, to change the perception of what is FM, what does it mean to work in FM. We spend a lot of that time working on sustainability programs, so we try and encourage the children, to think about the environment and how they can impact the environment through the work that they do. We engage with 50% of them are females, so that's where we try and sort of engage with the female population to try and say, okay, working in FM is not just a job for the boys. There's some really cool jobs for girls in the FM industry as well. It isn't just dirty fingernails anymore being in the FM world. There is still some of that, don't get me wrong, but there is still an imbalance that we do need to address. And so I think ABM we are really trying to address that balance and, really focus on bringing females in, and say that's part of that Jeep programme. When I leave here, I'm going over to the House of Lords with the Talent Foundry as a thank you for the work that we're doing as ABM with the Talent Foundry. So we're having a drinks reception at the House of Lords, which is something really cool to say.
What is ABM doing to help its clients get ready for the electric vehicle revolution?
One of the other topics that children talk about all the time is, global warming and the environment. And I talk to them an awful lot about EV, electric vehicles, electric vehicle charging, and what we're doing at ABM to help our clients achieve their targets, because that's what we're there for, to assist them. Globally, already ABM have installed over 20,000 chargers, and we've got a roughly 140,000 so far in the UK that have been installed for public use. We at ABM are there to, as SMEs, we're experts in this field now with the amount of chargers that we've installed and maintained, because that's part of the offering we do at ABM. Is we're not just installers, we do maintain them, we look after them. So, if you do have somebody that's got themselves in trouble at a train station and that's one of our chargers, then we'll have an engineer that will go out at whatever time, day or night, and go and rescue that person. So it is a bit of a unique offering that ABM do. And I think, we know that we've got to change. We know that, 2030 is coming, is not far away, and we're going to be able, we're not going to be able to buy diesel and petrol vehicles anymore. Therefore, we need to, get the infrastructure in there. And everybody's working, 10 speed to try and catch up with it, the infrastructure, and get us all ready. So ABM, we talk to our customers and our clients about what we can do to help them with their EV solutions, putting in different charger banks. And there's various things we need to consider when we're talking to them. Location, where the charger's going to go, what sort of chargers do you need, what's the capacity that you've got in the way of electricity, do you want to make profit out of them, do you want to charge back for the electricity, or are you going to give it to your staff or customers for free? Footfall, how many people are coming through this building, because that's going to change how many chargers you need. We need to think about the environment. If you're going to be putting a cable running somewhere, are the trees in the way? How's that going to affect that? And we've been known to, delicately, in the right way, dig up some trees and put them back in the right place, so that we're protecting the environment that way. Permits for work and electricity supply, things like that, capacity, they're all things that we need to consider, and they're the sorts of things we talk to our clients about when we're installing the EV charger. Once it's installed, we're there to help them look after it, maintain it, and as I said previously, go out when someone's in trouble, if they get in trouble. So